She's never been good about sharing in sleeping spots, have you? Wow. Wow. Yeah, see, got to make his appearance. Good afternoon, Jonathan. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Nada. How's everyone good doing today? Yeah. Keep the kitty brush and the kitty treats together, and you're guaranteed that Bite's going to make an appearance here, right? You love the brush, don't you? That's like your favorite thing in the world. So grab it with his paws so he can control it. That's right. Welcome to the cat brushing channel. Today we'll be brushing cats. Because that's what you tuned in for, right? You see Nibble wandering around out here now. Okay, enough of that. Now a word from our sponsor. Yeah, thanks. The house is coming along well. I'm really happy with how that room turned out. It looks really nice. You guys pick a good color. That's right. It's the Bite and Breck show. Starring Bite, right? Hmm? Do they go outside? Haven't really done a whole lot of that. They used to go out occasionally in the backyard in California, but they haven't really had a chance to go outside yet here. I probably will. I don't let them out unsupervised. I got to be out there while they're out, but you also got to kind of monitor what they do because unfortunately, the first thing they like to do is go eat the grass, and then when they come back in the house, then they end up throwing up green grass all over the house. Right? You like to do that. That's your favorite thing, isn't it? Go out and eat grass and then throw up all over the house. Yeah, that's what he does. Oh, I'm sure he wants a treat. He always wants a treat, don't you? Yeah, here comes Nibble too. Come on, you got to come up for it. Come on. It's not going to eat itself. Okay, well, we'll give it to Nibble since she came out. Yeah, she got it too. Good for her. Bite usually is a gentleman and steals it from her. If he's not biting my finger. You knock it out of my hand and you can't find it. You klutz. All right. Yeah, see, he wants to hang out on the ground because if he's on the ground, then he can go after Nibble's treats too. He said he's ever the gentleman. Is the guest bedroom done now? For the most part, I could still hang some pictures. and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think it's pretty much done. Yeah. What's my secret for getting good line on? I just do it by hand. Sometimes you got to go back and forth. You do one color, then you got to do the other color. But fortunately, the line is there's a right angle on the line because the wall goes straight up, and then there's a little bit of a jut out from the crown molding. And so if you can just keep the brush right on that line, nice and smooth, and then kind of brush down, then you just got to have a steady hand. So who will be my first guest? That's the question. Who's going to come here first? Yeah, Jordan's been talking about moving for a long time, so I have no idea where he's going. He's mentioned a couple of things to me, but um, that's it's just up to what he's in the mood for right now. He was actually seriously looking at a house, so probably 6 or 8 months ago. Uh, and I don't know if he's even considering that still or not, but yeah, yeah. See, I kind of like boring. That's kind of why I moved to Waco. Yeah, it could be Beth, it could be Jordan, it could be my mom or my sister, or you know, a friend that just wants to come and visit. Who knows? I'm probably just going to keep the blinds. I'm not really. I've never been a curtain person. I never had curtains in the house in California. There are curtains in the master bedroom, and I don't know. I don't know what I'll do when I paint in there. They may go back up. They may not. They're all right, but I've never really been a curtain person, so it'll probably just be blinds in there, just like it is most of the rest of the house. Put your Christmas tree up last weekend. Yeah, I noticed that there's actually some people have Christmas lights up already on their house. It's like I just think that's a little too early. We got to get through Thanksgiving first. Thanks, Angela. Yeah, I'm happy with how the room turned out too. You guys picked a good color. Jordan says he wants to buy something and wants to move by March or April of next year. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I mean, he's doing well enough now that he ought to be able to get out of an apartment. Apartments are one thing, but there's nothing like having your own place. Yeah, well, it isn't even really you want to whether you want to have the curtains and the blinds or not. I've never been a curtain person. It's just me. Blinds are a little bit more utilitarian, I think, and I think they do a better job blocking the light too. Yeah, I noticed that there was a house a couple blocks away when I was driving home from work last night um, that really went all out with Christmas lights. It's all over the house. It's all over the yard. I'm actually going to have to go by and look at it at some point. Did I get the eye mask Jordan sent me? No, it hasn't arrived yet, but I'm not expecting it, immediately because he told me at the time he was going to send it to me, but it might be, middle of November before he gets to it because I think at that point he was going to travel. I think he went to Florida, as you know, and so he wasn't going to be able to get it shipped until like the middle of the month. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I mean, you remember in the apartment when I put the tarp over the window because I needed it dark in there at night, and it wasn't so much being dark at night, but being dark in the morning because at that time, I didn't get up at 5 in the morning like I am now, and it's still dark out. I would get up at 8 or 9, and that was when I was looking for a job. Now that I got a job, I got to get up at the crack of dawn, so it isn't as big an issue. But I still like I still like having it dark when I'm trying to sleep, and it's a little later in the morning. Hanging out by the kitty trees, hoping I'll make the connection, right? Yeah, we're about noon, a little after noon right now here. Yeah, I haven't really talked to him about moving. I know I've heard him, I've heard that he's talked about it a few times recently, and I've heard him mention it a number of times too. That he's kind of over California a little bit. I think maybe he just kind of wants to settle down somewhere else where maybe there's, more interesting things to look at now. Yeah, Jordan gets a lot of viewers on his. I was actually surprised last week when I did the live stream how many people we had on that. Um, People were pointing out it was 120, 100 and something like that. Well, at the end of the live stream, YouTube will tell you what your peak number of viewers was, and according to them, it was 141. So that was good for me. I think that was a record. I don't think I've ever had that many. I don't have any insight tips on that, but I can't see a Jordan moving to Alaska. That just doesn't sound like him to me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his motive is, but I know he's been wanting to get out of California for some time. I mean, even years, a few years ago when he was before he was even vlogging, he was talking about maybe moving to like Europe somewhere. So now Jordan's been asked multiple times if he wants to go to Waco. He made it clear that he's not interested in here. That one was her nibble because she's wandering around in the hall down there, but Mike ran after it. He got it. Pig. Yeah, and he probably won't say where he's going to go either. I know there was one place he was looking at, and he told me about it, but he said he wasn't even going to film outside that place, and didn't want anyone to know where even what city it was. So, all right, Shar and Logan are with us again. Hi, Shar and Logan. I mean, he kind of Jordan could kind of get away with saying he lived in Hollywood, but if he picked like a smaller town, somebody could go there and maybe find out where he is. That's sort of the reason why I'm kind of quiet about where exactly I am too. I just say Waco because that's a big place, but I mean, I guess it's not as big as like Los Angeles or anything. It's not Los Angeles big or New York big, but Oh yeah, there's stupid people everywhere. I mean, I run into it here, but I think the reason why I kind of like it here better than like Los Angeles is because there's more concentrated stupid people. Because I believe that, no matter where you go, the kind of the proportion of stupid people to the general population is roughly the same. But if you live in a town where there's only a few 100,000 people, you're just less likely to run into one of them every day than if you live in a place where there's 20 million people. I don't know. I don't know if there's any logic to that, but that's my theory. Take it for what it's worth. So Shar and Logan, what which was the color that you chose? I don't remember. I mean, I wrote the name on the back of the paint chips. I guess I probably could figure it out, but I was just curious which one because just wanted to see which one it was. Eric's making a horror movie. That's cool. That'll be fun. I hear Bite. There's Bite. Bite's on the ground there. I saw somebody who's saying hi to Bite and Nibble. Nibble's in her room. She was out here a little bit ago, but spare bedroom looks great now that it's painted a new color. It would be better any color than the pink that was in there. I could paint it black, and that would have been an improvement. Pink is like the last color I want in my house. Oh, the ceramic beige. Okay, yeah, that was a nice color. That would have been another good choice. I mean, the five I chose, I could have lived with any of those. Well, I mean, pink is fine for a girl's bedroom, and that's definitely what that was. So, that's it was her bedroom. She could make it any color she wanted, and that was the one she chose. But it wasn't for me, and it was too, one-sided of a color to be, comfortable for both genders. So, have you ever tried using a paint edger instead of by hand? Yeah, I never was really a fan of the results because what would end up happening is I'd end up getting the paint on the edger, and then when I'd move the edger, I it would shift a little bit, and I'd get paint on the wall where I didn't want it. It's just easier, I think, to do it with um, it's just easier, I think, to do it with by hand. Now I have been known to use masking tape too, but not in this case. Just sending me a bunch of pink flamingos. Yeah, I'm sure the neighbors would love that. What's my next project? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I know it's starting to cool off a little bit, and whatever that is that's growing in the backyard that has all the pumpkin shaped things, whenever that thing stops producing, I want to just rip that whole thing out there, and I want to put new ones in there. I want to replace that one and put a second one in there, and let's start doing some gardening out there. I want to start growing some stuff. But like I said, that's all dependent on when whatever that is stops producing. Well, honestly, because there is stuff that I want to keep, and I need to store it somewhere, and really, that's the only place that it can go. So, we'll cross that bridge if we come to it. I can move one of the walls or one of the stuff, one of the things that's along the wall there. I could remove, and they could put stuff there if they need to. But You know, at this point, it's going to be storage, I think. Oh yeah, Bite's always showing his butt. Yeah, you're just a butt, aren't you? Yes, you are. Have I cut one of those squash things open? No, but I've been thinking about that. I want to cut one of those up and see what's in it. I'm sure it probably looks like the inside of a pumpkin. Do I not have much storage space? I got a decent amount of storage space. I just got a lot of stuff, and I've been, downsizing a lot of things. But I'd be in much worse shape right now, and things will get a little bit better, I think, once I get everything really finished in here. Because right now there are things that could be put away but aren't put away because I want to finish, you know, getting that room or whatever ready to handle everything. There was a lot of stuff that came out of that guest bedroom that didn't go back in, and I'm meant to figure out what to do with that. That's all in the master bedroom right now. Logan is petting you through the TV. Did you know that? I bet you would feel like this if it was real, huh? You could reach through a TV and just pet the cat. And there's the other one. Come on, Nibble. You got to come here and get your kitty treats. I'll hold on to this one so she can get something here. Because otherwise you'll go steal it from her, won't you? We know who you are. We know how you are. There's one for you. And then you drop it, you klutz. There's one for you. Come on, gotta come up for it. Ow! Jeez. Come on, Nibble. I saw you around there. No, that's for Nibble. You get away. There's one for her. Let's see if we can do it without biting my finger this time, okay? All right, back to the show here. Do I have an attic area for storage? Not really. I mean, there's that little stairway that goes up into the attic in the garage, but unfortunately, it's all in insulation. So what I'd have to do is I'd have to, put some lumber up there and put something up there that I could set it on, or else I'd just be setting it on the insulation. Which I suppose I could do, but I mean, the stuff I put up there would have to be stuff that wouldn't be likely to have problems with heat because, in the summer it's going to be 130, 140 up there. So the smoke detector went off. Yeah, and actually it was this one right here, that one right there. It was going off. I don't think it was yesterday morning. It must have been Friday morning. And yeah, the cats used the litter box in their room, which is down that hall and to the end around the corner there, and it came. The fumes came all the way out here and set off that smoke detector. So that's how far it went. It was pretty intense. Yeah, Bite definitely has a fitting name. Well, I don't think it was poo. I think it was pee. And there was a very, very strong aroma of ammonia, and I think that was what set off the detector. Because this is also like a a carbon monoxide detector too. So, who knows? The ammonia smell. I'm pretty sure it was Bite too, because Bite's got some really, really strong smelling urine. That's part of the reason why the litter box is in the closet in their room. Yeah, you're right. Kitty pee can be pretty intense, especially when it's a male kitty pee. Yes, they do, Joey. You are absolutely dead on there. Had the mouse cursor over the image I was looking at of what I'm broadcasting. I kept wondering, what is that in the background? Oh, it's the cursor. Yeah, that was too bad about Alex Trebek. But he's been sick for a while. We've known that was coming. So I just saw something on I think Facebook yesterday where the executive producer of the show said they got like 30 more episodes that he filmed, and um, they're gonna broadcast all the remaining episodes because Alex wanted that. So, oh yeah, Bite and Nibble are both fixed as if they were broken to begin with. Yeah, not in this case, Kathy. Bite and Nibble were both taken care of when they were babies, and Bite still smells like an ammonia factory when he pees. I don't read a lot of fiction right now, so yeah, I don't really have any. My life is pretty filled up right now between work and vlogging and all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much the extent of my world right now. I think he's gonna pop up here. Yep, there he is. Ready to show his butt again. We're talking about you being a pee machine. And look who's back. Ready for some more kitty treats. You just gotta be faster, Nibble. That's how you lose it. In case she got it, but yeah, I mean, it would. I'd have to. I'm not really sure how I would, because I couldn't just put plywood up there because I wouldn't be able to get plywood up the hole. I'd have to like cut it in half or something like that. But I could like get floor planks or something like that and put that up there. smell kitty treats. I smell kitty treats. I think you made the mistake and left the jar off. I'll just play with a brush now. Yeah, plywood would be fine. You know, like I said, the issue is just getting up through that little access hole that's in the garage. And it wouldn't be able to do a typical 4x8. Like I said, I'd have to cut it into a 2 foot strip so I could get up that hole. That could happen. That could be done though. When am I planning on doing the patio? Honestly, my mom has said she wants to kind of help a little bit with that financially. She knows that I kind of took a hit from the sewer line thing, and which kind of put the patio thing on hold. Well, she wants to do something to help with the house, and so I think one of these days I'm going to get a quote and see what it'll cost to do that, and we'll go from there. You know, it would be nice if my mom helped with that, and she wants to do that, so it'll depend on how much it costs. I have no idea because I know the only concrete work I had done was when I had concrete work done in California, and that was a long time ago. And I don't even remember how much I spent on it, but that was a bit more complicated because I extended the walkway that just went up to the door, went it all the way to the back, and then filled in that whole area, and I put the pond there and all that. So that'll be a little bit more. That was more expensive. This is just going to be, I think, a little bit simpler, but there's also grading issues I have to deal with. But I have an idea on maybe how to deal with that. So I don't know. We'll see. That may happen. I definitely kind of want to have that happen this winter because I'm not using the pool as it is. So if I can't go out there for a while, that's all right. That's not the end of the world. I already actually do have a storage shed in the backyard, and I don't know if I want another one. I don't know if I want to go that crazy. I'll have to figure out something like that. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, I think the guest bedroom turned out great. I'm really happy with it. Any word on Flash? I haven't heard anything in a few weeks, but every once in a while, Beth sends me a picture or video, and I try and share that when I can. I think the last picture I got of Flash. Let's see if she texted it to me. I think so. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, I gotta kind of. Sorry, I gotta put my finger over Beth's telephone number here because it's on the screen. But that's a photo I got from Beth on October 19th. So not too long, not too long ago. So yeah, she's doing okay. I do want to get her moved here though. Build an extension on the back of the shed. Well, honestly, what's going to happen eventually is that I'm going to build another one of those planters, like the one that has that gourd thing, whatever it is, the pumpkin looking thing in there. I want to build a second one of those and actually replace the first one. And that's behind the shed. So there really wouldn't be room to do that. Now, I could conceivably move the shed to another location, which would actually probably not be a bad idea. I don't know. Something to think about, something to file away. And yeah, you're right, Gene. I get another shed, I'll just fill it with junk. I'll just buy more junk. So they put the doors back to the guest bedroom. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I at least had to have the one going into the guest bedroom reattached because there's no way in the world those cats would not be sleeping on that bed, and then that bed would all be covered with cat hair. That's going to have to be kept isolated from the kitties. They're not going to be able to go in there anymore. Now you're painting your kitchen right now. That's cool. Yeah, that's definitely a future project. I want to get that kitchen done. I've already kind of picked a color out for that. There was a really nice yellow color I had in the kitchen in California, and I really liked that. And so, you may have noticed that there are a few things that have kind of picked up the same kind of color schemes that I used in California. The crown molding going down the hall is definitely a color that I used in California. I think the color I'm going to do in here is going to be the color that was the common area in the house in California. The kitchen is going to be very similar. I always did the white on the ceilings, or a lot of times did the white on the ceilings. So there's a lot of color themes that I'm gonna revisit in this place. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to do a substantial downsizing, but I've gotten rid of a lot of I've gotten rid of a lot of junk, a lot of stuff I didn't need, or stuff I've been holding on to that I thought, well, maybe I'll use it again in the future. That bird cage was an example. I haven't had a bird for 20, 25 years, and I've just been hauling that from place to place. And no, I can't really get a gas line hooked up. There's no gas on the street, so and I don't see a whole lot of evidence natural gas is in use in this area. It's disappointing, but that's just where we are. Yeah, I had a conure at one point. Oh, I got a picture of him. It might be like on my photo on my Facebook page here. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find it. La, 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 la. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Sometimes it's hard to find what you're looking for when you're used to finding something on like the computer, and then have to try and figure out how to get to it. through the cell phone here, but it took me a second to find it and see if I can. Yeah, if it's anywhere, it's going to be in there. There's my buddy. Hey, he used to live in that cage. So, I mean, I saw there's another picture of me with a bird on here too. This was when I was much younger with one of my parakeets. So I had birds a lot when I was a kid. I had a couple of aviaries out in the backyard. And let's see, anything else here that's embarrassing here? My two-headed dog. The dog. I used to have dogs when I was a kid. That was two of them. And what we did is we cut a door or a little hole in the gate, yeah, so they could look out and they both stick their head through there. And let's see here. Me and one of my guinea pigs when I was a kid. Looks like a tribble, doesn't it? There's me and another guinea pig when I was really, really young. See, I've always had pets in my life. So, that's just me. What type of bird did I have? Well, I had all sorts of birds. The parrot looking thing, he was a conure. He was a what they called a Mexican redhead. You ever want a bird as a pet again? Well, that was sort of the reason I kind of kept that cage, is I thought I might do that again. But at this point, I'd rather have the space. And if I do get into the bird, then we'll just get a new cage. No, because I wasn't really sure, what I was going to be, where I was going to end up. So no, I'm glad I brought the stuff with me and didn't get rid of it before. And I did get rid of a bunch of stuff before, but I wasn't sure where I would end up, and so I wanted to kind of make that decision at one point. You had a rooster named George, named after George Harrison. That's cool. I've been thinking about getting some chickens. That would be fun to have in the backyard. I'd have to build a coop, but hey, I could do that. What happened to my conure? He died. Yeah, yeah. I like parrots too. I'd like to get what I'd like to do is get an African gray parrot. That's a type of bird I've wanted to have for a long time. And if I were to get a parrot, that's probably what I'd go after because they're beautiful birds. They're smart birds. They got tons of personality. Yeah, chickens would be fun. And you're right. I do have the yard for it, and it'd also be good for kind of keeping bugs under control too. And I guess chicken manure is good fertilizer too. So yeah, I had an iguana for a while. His name was Iggy. How long do most birds? It depends on the species. Parrots can live 100 years. conures and smaller things like that, 20, 30, maybe 40 if you're lucky. Yeah, that was funny too. My mom hated my parrot too because my parrot did not like her. If he got out of out of his cage and onto the ground, he would chase her around the house. I don't think he liked women. He just didn't. He didn't get along well with my sister either. Um, but he did fine with me, and he did fine with my dad. So whenever I was gone or something like that, my dad would have to be the one to take care of him because he would attack my mom or my sister. It was the same way with the vets too. It had to be a male vet, and it had to be a male assistant in the vet. There, he'd go after women. I don't know what it was, but he did not like women. Oh yeah, I wish I had video of it, Angela. It was hilarious. Cockatiels are nice birds too. I never had cockatiels. Like I said, I had an aviary, a couple of aviaries when I was living at home. One of them was actually divided in half, and it had finches on one side and parakeets on the other. And then I also had a pigeon coop. You had a bird who'd sit on the side of your glass or cup and then poop into it. Oh, yummy! Especially if you didn't see that happen. Took a big swig and was like, ew, this tastes like. Is an idea for a vlog bird watching. Yeah, that would be kind of fun. It'd be a matter of going someplace where the birds hang out. You know, Actually, I was thinking today for today's vlog, I might just go out and go walk around Cameron Park a little bit because I just every once in a while you got to take a break when you're like moving into a house and doing as much as I am here. And I don't know, maybe this is just a good weekend to kind of take it easy and just go out and enjoy nature a little bit. It's really nice out today. It's in the 60s, so it'll be a beautiful day to be out and about. I think we'll probably do that. Yeah, yeah, I'm letting the hair grow in a little bit. I've had to conform to something called Disney Look for years and years and years while I worked there. Because that's just they want their employees to maintain kind of a consistent, neat appearance, and so I had to do that for a long time. But and then I continued to keep it up while I was job hunting because like it or not, people do judge you on your looks. But now that I've got a job, now that I'm doing well there, now that they can judge me on the quality of my work, I'm just kind of relaxing it a little bit. And I don't know, I don't know how long I'll let it go. I don't know if I'll even go back to where it was, but I'm just trying it for now. Call it a midlife crisis if you want. Yeah, I do too, Joey. I like just kind of getting out, and especially when I'm cooped up in a building all day at work, and then spending all my time cooped up basically in this house on my weekends. It is kind of fun just to get out and walk. Any word of what I'm going to do for Thanksgiving? I don't know yet. I don't know. I am going to do a couple of cooking vlogs. I'm going to share my mom's cranberry dessert thing that she makes every year for it. In fact, I think my sister just sent me the recipe this morning for it. So we're gonna do that. And I don't know. I'm thinking I might try putting a turkey on the smoker. I don't know. I may do that. I may not do that. We'll see. Yeah, at least they didn't make me wear Mickey Mouse ears. That's true. I've been there a year already. No, it's actually been more than a year. It was a year. We came to Texas in May of last year. So it's been a year and a half that I've been here in Texas. But I've only been in the house since July. Well, that's one of the things I like about about living here in this part of Texas is that there are wilderness areas you can go. You know, I can go to Cameron Park and just wander around the trails. I can go to what's that other place, Woodway Park, and there's just nice trails back there. You know, and you really can't get lost because they're big expansive areas, but you walk eventually you're going to run into like roads and stuff like that. So the cranberry recipe using oranges, pecans, and coconut. No, no, it's something else. And I don't remember exactly what's in it, except that it's like a two-layer thing. I think it's like a the bottom layer is like Jello and cranberries, and then the top layer is like some lemon thing, and it's really good. You'll see it when we do it when I do it. Oh, you like my cooking vlogs? Thanks, Rhonda. Appreciate that. I need a cowboy hat. Yeah, I know. I've been thinking about getting one. Just not that I'm really into the whole cowboy mentality. It'd be fun to have one. I'm a Texan now, so I probably should have. I probably should have a set of boots too, right? You were a police officer for 25 years. It's a good time to be out of that business right now. Yeah, not a lot of respect for the police these days. Yeah, I really like Animals. Animals is one of my favorite albums by Pink Floyd. But I like a lot of their early stuff. I like Dark Side of the Moon. I like Wish You Were Here, Umaguma, Metal, some of the early stuff. I I like Pink Floyd better when it was Roger Waters era Pink Floyd. Now I wasn't really into the final cut. The Wall's good, and basically everything before that. There isn't really a an album, before the Wall that I don't think is good. But some of the David Gilmour stuff afterwards, yeah, okay, I see it still kind of got the Pink Floyd feel. But Pink Floyd for me is always going to be with Roger Waters as the front man. That's just me. I don't need a horse and a cow for my yard. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, I'm more willing to deal with chicken poo as fertilizer than horse or cow poo. Chicken poo is little. There's a reason they call horse poo road apples. It isn't because it tastes good. I met any other transports from California and Texas? No, not really. But who knows? Can't remember. Was I country boy or a city boy? Well, you know, I've never really, I guess, really can't call myself a country boy because, you know, I'm not. But I don't know if I really fit in the city either. I think part of the reason that I moved to this area is because I was tired of being, just not being able to just go somewhere and drive 10 or 15 minutes and be out in the middle of nowhere. Charlotte and Logan bought Daddy the Discovery box set for Christmas. I hope Dad isn't watching. Hope we didn't just spoil that. Do I think Jordan will live near me? No. No, he's made it very clear he finds this area boring. How's Nibble? Nibble's fine. She's been out and about here. Usually, if I'm not dishing out kitty treats so constantly, she goes back to her room. So I think that's where she is right now. You're just gonna have to live with this ugly mug. I'm a suburb boy. Yeah, that's probably true. Oh, I definitely believe that, Angela. That the way I like to describe it is it's the grass is always greener syndrome. And Jordan and I both went through it. Jordan grew up in Dayton area and didn't like the small town end of things and ended up coming to LA. And I did the opposite. I spent my life in LA area and decided to come to more small town feel. And that's one of the things I really like about Waco is it's big enough to have everything you want, but small enough that it still has kind of that small town feel. Right, Bite? You don't really care as long as the food dish is full, right? And there's somebody dishing kitty treats. And of course, somebody to handle the brush for you. Yeah, see, a lot of people do that, Diane. What am I having for lunch? I don't eat lunch. Well, I mean, I guess I don't really give it a label because I only eat 2 meals a day. So there's a morning meal and the evening meal. And at work, technically, I guess they call it lunch, but it's the last meal I eat of the day. So I have video of University of Waco. The only place I've been is on the Baylor campus, and I've visited that a couple times. Right, went and saw the Baylor Bears, wandered around, look at some of the artwork on campus. Right. Hmm. Yeah. See, that's there's another example of that, Ruth. You know, you grow up in one area and you go for the opposite. You move someplace opposite. Yeah, I mean, that's what I did. That's what a lot of people do. You grow up being used to one thing and you get over it and you wanted to see something else. And what are my plans for a spring garden? I want to grow stuff that I can, cook. So it'll be food probably in the elevated planters when I get those going. I definitely want to grow some jalapeno peppers. Who knows? Maybe a few other things here. We'll play it by ear. I know what I like, and so we'll just kind of see what's out there, what I can do, and go from there. Maybe tomatoes. I love tomatoes. Always love tomatoes. Love big giant tomatoes. I'll eat them like an apple. Yeah, see that's a little bit too much for me, Joey. Like I said, I like the fact that Waco has everything I need, but it also has it still has that kind of small town feel. It's just a certain vibe about walking around, downtown Waco. You know, I don't necessarily, I never really got that feeling, walking around downtown Placentia or downtown Garden Grove or downtown Los Angeles, Hollywood. Yeah, I agree, Angela. That's sort of why I want to do it. I did a little bit of that in California. Basically, I never really grew anything like food wise, but I grew like ingredients. I had like some mint growing in the yard. I had some rosemary that I grew in the yard. That was how I started using rosemary on my salmon. Is because I had it growing in the yard. It was funny because I had a recipe I was cooking at one point a few years ago, um, that called for rosemary, and I didn't have any rosemary. And I like doing fresh over like dried in a can or something like that. And so I went to a local farmers market to get some fresh rosemary, and they actually had rosemary that they literally just pulled the plant out of the ground, washed the dirt out of the roots, and just threw the whole thing, roots and all, into a little plastic tin. And what I did is I cut off what I needed for the recipe, and I planted the rest of it, and it took off, and it continued to grow. So, oh, that's too bad. Sorry, Joey. Yeah, I'll definitely show some of that stuff when I start growing some stuff. We're gonna. I was just thinking this morning about how I want to kind of redesign that garden area, because there's just the one kind of elevated garden right now, and it isn't. First off, it isn't in very good shape. It wasn't constructed very well, so I'm going to build a second one. And since there's already the first one that's kind of fallen apart, I think I'll just build two of them the same and go that way. And I'll definitely show that, but that's not going to be able to happen until we get done with the pumpkin, whatever those things are out there. That's got to stop blooming first, and I'll cut that all back, and we'll pull all that out, and we'll try doing that whole thing over again. Have I ever met Chip and Joanna? No, I have not. I've been to the silos, but they weren't there. I'm guessing they probably don't go there very often. You have a green thumb? I've been accused of trying. Yeah, I think I can. I think I'll be able to do all right in terms of growing some veggies and stuff like that. You know, who knows? Maybe carrots. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out when we get to that point. I kind of get to get the. I kind of got to get the planters done first. Yeah, I'm not really sure what it is. A couple people this morning on the video in the comments said that they thought it was like an acorn squash, and I looked at pictures, and I'm not sure. It does look like sort of the same thing, but the ones that they had in the picture were much darker. Now, maybe when these mature, they'll turn dark. I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go along. Misleading bite and nibbles. Well, there's bite right there. Not showing his butt for once. All right, you're not showing your butt. Go ahead, go steal some. You know you wanna. Well, I mean, I'll answer some questions about work. I just stopped doing vlogs on work days because I couldn't give you enough information to make the vlogs interesting, and even I was getting bored with them. So, but work is going good. I'm really happy with how things are going. We I had a really good productive day yesterday. Uh, my line overproduced, which is always a nice thing. It's always nice when when you get to the end of the day and manager's in there and says, and you can say, oh yeah, we had a good day today. Yeah, we had a good day. Actually, it was a good week work wise. You know, every day I had good production at work. So yeah, I'm sure you're right, Joey. The frost will get them pretty soon here. But like I said, I'm going to pull that thing out because I don't know what to do with it anyway. So I'm letting it grow now just to see what happens. And if we can figure out what those things are specifically, then we'll go from there. And like I said, there's a whole bunch of those pumpkins or whatever they are, and one of them's getting to be like that big. It's pretty good size. So when does the plant shut down again? Well, we just finished a maintenance cycle. I don't know, a month or so ago. So we'll probably go now until March or so, and then we'll do another what they call maintenance cycle. But I did find out that we're getting Thanksgiving Day off, we're getting Christmas and Christmas Eve off, New Year's and New Year's Eve off. So that's cool. And it's nice because those are all work days for me this year. So yeah, we used to have wild rhubarb, huh? Mom would pick it every year and put it in the freezer. Oh, I'm sure some nursery would be able to tell me what I have. It'd just be a matter of me going out and asking the question. To snap some photos. I suppose I could do that. Yeah, I would guess that you're probably right, Angela. The pumpkins and squash are in the same family. Has anyone at work had to be quarantined? Yes, I was quarantined. Uh, right when I came back from my father's funeral, I had just started the job at that point, and they called me and asked, "Hey, have you been traveling at all?" And I said, "Yeah, I just went to California." And they say, "Okay, you're quarantined. You stay home for 2 weeks." So yeah, they're very very serious about that at work. They are taking no chances whatsoever. Yeah, strawberries, that'd be another good thing to grow. I love strawberries. Well, basically just about anything I'm doing around here, I'm trying to turn into a vlog. So yeah, that's true. Flash loves strawberries too. That's part of the advantage of having the walls around it and having it above ground is Flash wouldn't be able to get into it because I know she'd eat both the strawberries and the plant, and she'd eat it right down to the ground, so she'd kill it. But you're right, that's a great idea, strawberries. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of shutdowns going on because of that. I think people are taking it very seriously. Stage two in Canada. Yeah, they're ramping up the lockdowns again. Ugh. They keep telling us the answer to this is everyone's got to wear a mask. Well, everyone is wearing a mask, so I don't get this. The masks don't seem to be working. We just got to get a vaccine for it. That's the way you deal with it. And I'm hearing that there's one kind of coming close now, so we'll see what happens. People are going to get frustrated with all these lockdowns and all these, you know. Yeah, see, I don't see that, Diane. Everywhere I go, people are wearing masks. Okay, when I go out and I go out and walk at night, and I don't see another person, so I don't wear a mask when I'm outside. But if I'm in any place in public, you know, you're almost ridiculed and shamed if you don't. But once again, Joey, everyone is wearing a mask. I can't tell you the last time I saw someone in a public place not wearing one. So well, I don't know where that is. That isn't happening here in Waco. Every place I go, masks. I'm at Home Depot all the time, and everyone in there is wearing a mask. I'm in the grocery store all the time, and everyone in there is wearing a mask. And like I said, when I go out and go for a walk at night, I don't wear one, but I'm social distancing. I don't see another person the whole time I'm there. So, well, there's some places where they're like going the even more crazy with the mask regulations, like California. I hear the governor in there wants you actually put your mask on between bites when you're eating in a restaurant. That's insane. To wear your mask when you got a haircut. Maybe that's another reason I'm not going to go and getting haircuts right now. Yeah, well, like I said, I can't comment on what's happening elsewhere. I know everywhere I go in Waco, everyone's wearing a mask. We wear them at work. Yeah, I think you're right. Cancer is more of an epidemic than coronavirus, but well, that's true. And in terms of, I mean, not to diminish the people who died because it's sad when anybody dies, but you know, this is hardly the type of thing that people think of when they think of a global pandemic. And when you think of a global pandemic, you're thinking tens or hundreds of millions of dead. What are we, 150, 160,000 in America dead right now? Okay, that's really sad if you're one of those people. And I mean, I keep hearing people talk about people that they know that died of it. The moderator of the Facebook page says she has two family members that died of it. I know somebody who died of it. You know, but the problem is the instructions we're getting on what to do about it. It isn't working because it's all just we got to wear a mask. We got to wear a mask. Well, we are wearing masks. Yeah, a lot of people have said that there's an app out there that will identify plants. Thanks, Laura Lee. I love talking to you guys. But I don't think I want to talk about the virus anymore. Let's talk about something else. The cats still meow at night. Sometimes it's not every night. You know, Bite's right down there right now, and he's meowing at me right now. So, morning, Bill. How are you doing? Hey, Bite. How you doing? Huh? Scratching the head, and then you're good to go, huh? Yeah, I'd love to give Bite a belly rub, but he's kind of keeping his distance now. He's social distancing from me. Does anyone make me feel like an outsider because I'm not originally from Texas? No, everyone has been very nice and very kind and very welcoming. People are just really nice here in Texas. You know, I've said that before. Hey, Bite. Now we could maybe do a belly rub. What do you think? You ready for a belly rub? Huh? Big fat belly rub. There's our belly rub. Belly rub time. Nose rub time. Look at that big fat belly. No doubt he hasn't missed very many meals in his life. Sure beats hanging out in the backyard and eating bugs, doesn't it? Do I think they're extraterrestrials? You know, yes, I do. I mean, you know, depending on it, you know, what's your worldview of how we got here? Are we monkeys with big brains, or an intelligence create us? You know, either way, the idea that life is out there makes sense. You know, if life happened here, if we're just monkeys with big brains, and life just evolved here from single cell organisms, then what's to keep that from happening elsewhere? Um, you know, it's got to be almost a virtual certainty that there's life out there. And if you believe that God or some omnipotent being created us, then you know why would that being create a universe that's bigger than we can even comprehend, let alone see, and not put life everywhere? You know, so yeah, I think it's a virtual certainty. Now, are they visiting us? I don't know. I haven't seen any evidence of that. And if Einstein is right and that there's a universal speed limit, then you know that would probably explain why we haven't seen any of them, because the journey would be too long. Because you know, if you go at the speed of light, which is according to Einstein the fastest speed there is, then you know the nearest star is 4 years away. Haven't really read anything about that, so I can't really comment. I think super colliders are cool. It's very interesting, but I don't know. I don't know specifically about that issue. So yeah, somebody was mentioning that earlier. That Jordan's maybe thinking about buying a house. Good for him. I'm very happy for him. He'll I think he'll be happier in a house. He's been in an apartment ever since he moved away from moved out of his parents' house in Ohio. So good for him. He deserves that. Having a house is great. SpaceX is having a launch today. I guess I heard that. Yeah, I mean that's likely, Angela. That there's also higher intelligence, human level intelligence, or even higher out there. But that's also going to be more rare, I think. It depends on your approach to how we got here. If you're believing in God or some creationism theory, then it makes sense that there'd be intelligent life on all the planets that have life. But if it's just an evolutionary kind of thing, look at how long it took this planet to produce us, and how short of a time we've been here compared to the life of the planet. They say life has been here for about 2 billion years, and and we've only been around for maybe the last 20,000. If that's the case, then intelligent life is a lot more rare. But I don't know. Time will tell. Maybe they visited and decided not to come back. Yeah, well, who knows? I saw that Jordan stayed at a clown hotel. That's pretty funny. Supposedly haunted, huh? Haven't watched that one yet. Happy Sunday to you too, Tina. Thank you. I don't think the Earth is 36 billion years. I think the Earth is what 4.5 billion years, and the universe is what 15 or 16 billion years. I think that's the current theory. I don't know. I haven't heard 36 billion. What are my thoughts on Eric Prince of Blackwater? I don't know anything about that. Do you have any comments on that bite? No. All right. You have any comments on chin rubs? Huh? You like those? When will I get vacation time? I'm accruing vacation time now. And yeah, I would like to take a trip somewhere. My kind of, my travel vlogs will probably be different from Jordan's because I'd like to go visit like national parks. I love that kind of stuff. You ever heard anything about the speed of thought being faster than the speed of light? I've heard people say that, but I don't have anything to back that up. You're the reason I keep having to wash this sofa cover. Because it's all covered with cat hair. You know why it's all covered with cat hair? Because there's always a cat sleeping on it. And it's only one cat. There's never any orange hair on here. It's always black hair. Wonder how that happens, huh? Hey, Jeff Kidd's here. How you doing, Jeff? Yeah, that's true. Have kitty have hair. Ain't that the truth? But you know, this is the winter. You're supposed to be building up your coat. You're not supposed to be shedding until the spring. Oh man, the Breakfast Club. I hope that doesn't catch on. I'm doing good, Jeff. Doing really good. Just having a little fun talking to my friends right now. So I'm glad you stopped in. That's sort of the reason why I kind of picked this, to do this about this time of day because I know, we can usually get you in here. Yeah, I started this one a little later this morning. I don't know. I don't know why specifically it's later because I actually got up at normal time. My time for getting up on my days off of work is about 9. I like to sleep in. I like getting a lot of good sleep if I can. And it's weird. My sleep pattern has been weird for the last few nights when I was working because, you know, I would never wake up at like 4 or 3 in the morning or something when I wasn't working. But now, I'll wake up at 4 a.m. when I have to get up at 5, and I'll just roll around in bed for an hour. That's no fun. What are the plans for today? Well, I think I'm on my weekend right now. This is my short weekend, so I go back to work on Wednesday. And I don't know if after working on the guest bedroom last weekend, I don't know if I'm ready to take another project or this just might be kind of a relaxation weekend. I'm thinking today I'm just going to go out and take a nature hike, go down to Cameron Park and wander around, see what's going out there. It's a nice day out. It's supposed to be only in the 60s at the most, and it shouldn't be muddy out there because there hasn't been any rain recently. So, oh, you're getting ready to have a family gathering in 30 minutes. That's cool. Doing something on the grill, I bet, right? Yeah, I love the hiking vlogs. Sometimes I have something to say, and that's just a good background to do it. Other times, like today, I don't know, I might not say a whole lot at all. Only doing desserts. You can't really do desserts very well on the grill. You made banana pudding. That sounds good. Oh, you had an ice storm blow through. Oh, that sounds like yeah. Don't get a lot of those here. Ah, gotta shift around here. How's the Baylor campus for a walk? I've been there a few times. It's actually a beautiful campus. Oh, you vlogged the making of it this morning. That's cool. Everyone go over and watch Jeff's videos. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go definitely do that. It's called Cooking with a Kid. He's got several postings on the screen right now. Just click on Cooking with a Kid and go subscribe to him if you haven't. He's a good guy and he does some good vlogs. So go check him out. Oh, and also, I got it running in the background there. My friend Matt, who does Island Horizon videos, he's still trying to get subscribers too. He's been stalled at 249 subscribers for like 3 months right now. So yeah, go check him out. What he does is he lives on the Big Island of Hawaii, and what he does, he goes down and just shoots really beautiful scenery video where he'll like point it at the ocean and just let the camera run for 20 or 30 minutes. It's really cool. I've been usually when I'm running one of my live streams, I'll have his video running in the background. Yeah, definitely. Jeff does a great content. So definitely go subscribe to him if you haven't already. I know most of you probably already have, and probably watch him as religiously as you do me. I appreciate that, and I know Jeff does too. I'll have to go check out the banana pudding because it sounds good. I like banana pudding. Well, I kind of feel I owe it, Jeff, because I mean, let's face it, the only reason my channel has gotten where it is because Jordan promoted me. So, I'm just playing it forward. Am I going to put Christmas lights on my house? Yes, yes, definitely. In fact, I'll probably do that, around Thanksgiving. That's always kind of been my, in California, I'd usually put Christmas lights up, you know, usually like on Black Friday or Thanksgiving weekend, and then they come down like after New Year's. So probably around then is when I'll put them up. Have I seen any good videos recently on my home entertainment system? Yeah, I've been rattling the windows almost every night. Pulling out. I've been starting off with like movies that I think will probably have really great sound on them, and I've been watching a bunch of those. Actually, hopefully today I'm supposed to receive a copy of the new Bill and Ted movie, Bill and Ted's Face the Music. And that's supposed to hopefully come today. I'd like to watch that. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. I don't know how much use it's going to be because I don't think there's any danger that these guys are going to starve. Do you? I mean, look at the size of that belly. You can't even call that a belly. That's a gut. Look at that big gut. You're like Santa Claus. Your belly shakes like a bowl full of jelly. That's Cooking with a Kid with a Sound System. Honestly, I haven't watched that on the big screen. I just put that on the computer and watch it. Thanks for stopping in, Stephanie. Yeah, we'll go. We'll be going for another 30 minutes or so, and then that'll probably be it. I think I'd bring in a new kitten. I don't know if I'll go cats again. I'm sort of thinking maybe dog next time. I think it's time I have a dog. What do you think? Someone for Jaw to play with when he comes? Way at the end of the couch, so I got to tip the computer way far to get him. Yeah, we'll probably find some rescue dog or something. Love German Shepherds. I definitely, I definitely want a big dog. I've had, every dog ever had some German Shepherd in them. One of them was a Collie Shepherd. The other two were Labrador Retriever Shepherds. And so, you know, it'd be fun to have a dog again. Oh, Peg Tooth is here. How you doing? Yeah, yeah. German Shepherds are great dogs. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a German Shepherd, but I would like to have a big dog, whatever it is. something with a good personality, something, you know, something is, would be fun to hang out with. And dogs are great company. Yeah, no Jaw. Jaw's a great dog, and honestly, I've never really had much of an opinion for of small dogs. Every small dog I always ran into was, you know, either kind of aggressive or really, timid or just kind of quirky personalities. Jaw, is a great ambassador for little dogs, but I still want a big dog. The two-headed dog seemed cool. Yeah. The next project needs to be rubber wheels. You don't like the noise when I move the TV tray around like that? Yeah, I suppose that probably makes a lot more noise than I'm hearing. Yeah, Jordan doesn't usually bring Jaw on trips with him. Jaw's Jaw's just a kind of a handful sometimes. I don't. Yeah, you may not see it a lot when you're watching his channel, but he's very clingy and got to be in the center of everything. I know I've been with Jordan when he shot vlogs where we did bring Jaw, and he'll be sitting there trying to talk to the camera, and Jaw's like, they're making all sorts of racket and getting in the way. So yeah, Jeff got some good pictures with Jordan. That's cool. I mean, I'm glad they got to meet. When Jordan told me he was going to Florida, I said, "Oh, say hi to Jeff." That's not entirely true. Jaw loves big dogs. Jaw's best friend is a big dog. You've heard you've ever heard Jordan talk about bringing Jaw over to see Pollyanna? Pollyanna is Jaw's favorite dog. And when I used to babysit Jaw when Jordan would go on his trips early on, and we'd go to the park, Jaw would run up to any dog that there was. Big dog, little dog, he loved them. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Jeff. Appreciate that. Come, you know, saying that Breck's message was deleted by Google moderator team. What? Must have been really good, Breck, for you to for you to trigger Google. Weird. Do you have any woodworking projects? Honestly, I've been thinking that I was going to make a table to kind of go along this wall here. If you saw that kitchen table thing that I built in the house in California, I don't know. I probably got a picture of that. I kind of dump everything like that into Facebook. So, and I got let me see if I can find that. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Let's see if I can find a place where I get the full picture of the thing. Yeah, there we go. I made something like that in the kitchen in California, and that was custom built to go into the corner. It's about an inch and a half thick. It's solid oak, and I've been thinking about doing something like that, all on this wall here. Be a good place for if I'm having someone over, and guests or something. It'd be a great place to like put food and stuff like that. Otherwise, it'd just be a great shelf for like knickknacks and stuff like that. So yeah, you'll probably see something like that. I kind of like doing, that's kind of something I've done a bunch of because I did two of those kinds of things in my house in California. That's basically the same technique I used to build the shelves for the surround system in here. Um, you really can't see it that well, but there's like a little box right there. That's got the same kind of top on it. I have a box in the bedroom that has like a linen box. It's very similar to that. I built something for my mom that was like that. My mom had to get rid of it when she moved out of her house because she didn't have room for it, and so she gave it to Beth, and I guess Beth sold it to one of her friends. So it's making the rounds. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you typoed something and it triggered Google's automatic sensors. I mean, I know there is some of that in there, and I think I've got it activated, to try and deal with some of the spam. But it made it look like Google actually has moderators watching this and saying, "Oh no, that comment can't go." I don't know. We'll see. I hope Google isn't doing that. There are only two people that should be moderating comments. It should either be me or the only person I've chosen to be a moderator on this channel, which is Jordan. What's my opinion on Elon Musk's new Starlink system? Um, I don't know. I'll have to see what the results are. That's supposed to like provide worldwide internet, right? Also means that there's a lot more satellites out there. Yeah, see, that was kind of nice. I mounted it entirely to the wall. So, yeah, I mean, you're right. It literally looks like it's floating in space. But in reality, what there is, they're just a bunch of brackets underneath there that are anchored into the studs. Because that thing is massively heavy. That thing probably weighs 100 pounds. Let's see if I can. I made another one too in the kitchen here. I don't know if I get a picture of that. Oh, yeah, here's construction of that. Yeah, see, I did another one too. This was a kitchen table in the house in California. So I can get the glare off the screen there. And see, you got this one here. This was the other one I showed you, and I just kind of went around the corner and continued it. And that's really really nice. It like tripled my counter space because now I have nice big area for serving or preparing stuff, and it's a nice thing. It turned out really well, and I left that with the house obviously because it only works there. It was built specifically for that spot. Oh, Angela says there's a new John Lennon box set, huh? Nice. I'm looking at this sideways when Bite isn't even in the shot anymore. Got my own digital secret service. That's when I know I've made it. I don't know if I've made it yet, but hey, Elvis is in the house. Elvis has entered the building. You got anything to say to Elvis? Huh? I ever used Craig Tools? No, I haven't. I've got a pocket hole tool, huh? I don't know what that is. You know what that is? Huh? Yeah, didn't think so. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Angela. Yeah, we're gonna wind up in about 15 minutes anyway. I usually go for a couple hours. I still gotta go out and shoot a vlog today. But fortunately, that'll be an easy one because, like I said, I think I'm just gonna run down to Cameron Park and we're gonna wander around down there for a while. Probably start in the Lover's Leap area because that's a real beautiful area. Go wander around, see what's back there. Saw a deer back there one of the times I was around. That was really kind of fun. You may recall that if you saw that vlog. Hey, yeah, I think when I get to the point where I can do get some vacation time. I mean, I've accrued some, but I think right now they kind of frown on me doing any traveling, what with the virus and all that. But I think at some point, I want to like go visit some national parks. I'd really love to go to Yellowstone and so because you know me, I love geology, and so anything that's geological, like Yellowstone, which is basically a big giant volcano, that's definitely something I want to check out. Especially considering they're concerned right now that Yellowstone is going to erupt, and if that erupts, then goodbye Yellowstone. Yeah, I would not complain about finding a mastodon or any other fossilized bones. And you're right, going looking at creek beds and stuff like that. That's where you're going to find it. And I mean, we know that there's that stuff here because there's that mammoth museum that I visited, about a year or more ago, where they found all these mammoths that all died in one little place. I don't know if anyone's asked how's the weather. The weather's really nice. It's nice and cool today. That's part of the reason I think it'd be a nice day to go out for a walk, go to Cameron Park, because it's going to be like in the 60s at its peak. That's a perfect day to go walking around. It's not too hot, not too cool, and it should be really nice out there. You might not know it when I walk through, take some of those walks in the summer, but it's scorchingly hot out there. So try making homemade tortillas. That would be fun. Yeah, I have no idea how to do that. There's a museum in Michigan that has a mastodon for mastod. There's mastodon enthusiasts. That's interesting. Yeah, I've never been to Canada. That would be fun. Have the cats spent any time in the yard? No, not that I don't let them out unattended. I did let them out a little bit in California from time to time when I was out there. They were allowed to do that, and it's getting to the point where I'm going to be doing more stuff in the yard now. So I may leave the door open and see what happens. They enjoyed going and wandering around. So the downside is when they do, they tend to eat the grass and they come in and throw up all over the house, and I have got green grass all over the house, grass covered barf. Yeah, you eat the grass and then you barf it up all over the house. A cat hair in my nose. Yeah, I can't get rid of it. Drank up my water. Everyone got all quiet all of a sudden. I believe I'm still broadcasting. Suppose you just want me to get up and do a dance now, right? Yeah, sorry, I don't dance. I don't have pink bedrooms. And I don't sing. If I discovered any new attractions in Waco, honestly, I got to admit, for the last 3 or 4 months, everything has been focusing on just getting the house ready. I haven't really been out looking around, but I think I've gotten to the point where I've seen a lot of the interesting things in town. I may stumble upon some other things, but like I said, I still pay attention to that Facebook page about Waco and get a lot of interesting ideas and ideas about stories that happened here. And do I ever go camping? Yeah, I got tent, I got a sleeping bag, I got camping stuff. I haven't done it since I went here, but I usually like to go camping with somebody. I'm not somebody just to go camping myself and that's it. Will it snow in Waco? We got a little dusting of snow last year. It doesn't happen very often, from what I'm told, but it does happen occasionally. And like I said, last winter we got a little dusting of it. In fact, I think I showed it in the vlog. It wasn't enough where, it wasn't that much where, it melted by noon the next day, but it was still fun. We able to see the lit up bridge again. Yeah, that was really pretty, wasn't it? That was just kind of a last minute decision to do it. I think that was actually a work night. And I just finished work and I grabbed the camera. I said, you know what? I just driven by the bridge and it's all pretty and lit up. Let's go look at that. We could conceivably do that. That's down there right near the Brazos River. So, which is down, Cameron Park is right along that too. So, you just got home from church. You'll have to watch the replay. Yeah, definitely the replay will go up. Usually, what ends up happening, what takes time is I like to give YouTube enough time to process the video. Um, and that takes an hour or so for a video of this length. And then by that time, I'm usually working on the day's vlog. So it may be a few hours before I get into it and edit it and put the commercials in. And I get to put commercials in these things, but YouTube does it automatically for you, and they just overdo it. You'll have like 25 commercials in the first hour, and that's just too much. Nobody's going to sit and watch that. So I usually go in and delete all that. And I usually try and put one in about every 15 minutes over the whole video. That I think it makes it a little bit easier to watch. Um, but that takes a little time, and so it will be up. Jordan says he's moving. Maybe will he head to Texas? No, I don't think he's coming to Texas. He doesn't really like it here. It's not for him. I don't know. I don't know where he will go, but I know he's mentioned a couple places to me, but you know, nothing's really ever panned out on it. So we'll see. Any new instant pot recipes? I don't have any videos uploaded right now that you haven't seen. So I'm sure there will be new ones at some point. Maybe even this weekend. Like I said, I'm not probably not going to start any homework or any wood any home projects. Probably this week. I'm just going to take a break off. Last week was you know I spent the whole weekend doing that bedroom, and I'm happy with how it turned out. But it's you got to take a break every once in a while. So I'm just gonna probably go around and just have a little fun this weekend. Go out on a walk today. Who knows? We'll figure this out. Those are easy to do too because I don't really need to think about anything. In many cases, if it's just me walking through the woods, I don't even need to talk. It makes it easier for them to edit too. Because usually what you do is you just string them one to another and away you go. There's no timing issues. No, oops, I screwed up that line. I got to do another take. The joys of shooting a vlog. Yeah, I try and avoid that too. When they put commercials in the last 20 seconds, it's like, yeah, the person's wrapping up, and you're gonna make them watch a commercial, and then they come back, and who knows? Is Texas known for having fossils? Yeah, Texas used to be the bottom of an ocean, so um, or well, an inland sea, a very shallow sea. So you'll really old fossils are going to be like fish and things that lived in those shallow seas, and then as it dried out, then we had like mammoths and stuff like that from the Pleistocene era. Stuff in the last 20, 30,000 years. It would definitely be fun to find my own fossil, though, wouldn't it? Especially if I caught the whole thing on camera. See, that's something I've started doing now. I didn't always do this before, but I make it a point now. Wherever I go, I have a camera with me. It may just be my cell phone, but I don't. I was never one to bring my cell phone with me when I would go places, but I do that now because there's just been enough times where I didn't have a camera with me, and something happened that I wish I could have filmed, for the vlog. So I carry like a camera with me everywhere I go now because you never know what you're going to find. Still trying to figure out why the video of Matt's Island Horizon videos, why it stopped and dropped back to non full screen mode. But I have to go look at that because at the beginning I just told it to play all, and so it should have just kept playing until I told it to stop. But for some reason, it stopped on its own. Maybe the cats have learned how to learn how to use the computer. Is that it? You got intrigued by the fact that there was something there called a mouse, and you taught yourself how to use the computer. Is that it? You didn't want to watch the video? Yeah, the Badlands in I think it's South Dakota is supposedly an area where you can find a lot of fossils too. It would be fun to find something there. Hey, Jen, stopped in right at the end. Yeah, I'm just thinking about ending right now. So a piece of fossilized wood that's very similar to shape and size to and smoothness to a bar of soap. That's cool. Yeah, sorry you got in so late. You're gonna see the last minute or so of it, but that's okay. We'll rerun it. We always do. That's kind of the thing I do here. I understand Jordan's reason for not doing posting all of his live streams, but or not preserving all of his live streams. He's got a good reason for that. He doesn't want people going back sometimes if he's like on a trip or something like that, going back and watching it again and trying to figure out where he is. I tried going back to the place where they had the. Yeah, I tried hitting that place a few weeks ago, and I went on Monday and they were closed, so I couldn't hit it. But yeah, I do want to see that. That's about 15 miles from here, so it isn't too far. And the gorilla was called Darwin, and yeah, I don't know. He should be. I don't know if they got him dressed up as a Thanksgiving turkey right now, or if he's still in like Halloween mode or something. I don't know. Haven't been there in a while. Like I said, everything I've been doing lately, has been focused on primarily on the house. So that's sort of why I'm going to take a break this weekend. Just kind of go out and do some things, maybe walk around, do some nature hikes. I love doing those. It's just so peaceful and quiet. And it's a nice day to do that. So anyway, we've hit the 2 hour mark now. So I think I'm going to kind of wind down here and we'll pick this up again next week. I'm going to go out and go over to Cameron Park and do some walk around there, and we'll shoot a vlog there and come back and maybe just kind of relax a little bit today. So thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. And my new video that doesn't exist yet will be up in about 6 hours. So thanks, everyone. Have a good night.